Hello, I'm Gordon Morse, your natural English coach, and I'm here to answer questions about English conversation that you won't see in a textbook or hear in a classroom. Today's English question is, I can never tell when someone is saying something as a joke. I always think they're being serious and it's confusing. I'm sure this is probably a feeling that everyone has had at one point or another, no matter what language you speak. It's important to know that many English speakers use what we call deadpan humor. So deadpan humor is basically just saying a joke without any sort of facial expression or change in your voice that lets people know that they're actually joking. So for example, you can say, I'm secretly a llama, right? You're like, I'm secretly a llama. Or you can just say, I'm secretly a llama. That second part was deadpan humor, trying to not actually show that you're telling a joke. It's very common among many different types of English speakers. That's why context is the most important thing when you're trying to figure out if something is a joke or not. Another thing that is commonly used is called hyperbole, that long word right there. Don't worry about remembering the word, but the point is that hyperbole is over-exaggerating things to add a stronger feeling. So for example, if you're really thirsty because you haven't drunken a lot of water during a hot day, someone might use hyperbole to say something like, oh my God, I'm literally about to die because I'm so thirsty. That is hyperbole. The person probably isn't actually about to die, but it's used to exaggerate a feeling, to create a stronger feeling, essentially. Finally, a lot of humor comes from references, which means that they are copying or they are sort of modifying something that they heard from a TV show or something on the internet. This is very common nowadays. So here is an example of hyperbole as a joke. I was late for class this morning. My life is completely falling apart. Hopefully this is not actually true, but some people will say this very commonly as a way of saying I'm upset or I just feel totally confused or disappointed. This kind of hyperbole is very common and the kind of joke you'll hear a lot when speaking English. So here's an example of using a reference as a joke. Someone asks you, can I use your login password for this website? And you say to them, identity theft is not a joke, Jim. This comes from the very popular TV show, The Office. So if you've watched The Office, and you know, a fair amount of people have these days, they will understand that that is a joke. To be fair, there are some people who will still not understand it, but the idea is that sometimes when somebody says something in response to you that you don't understand at all, it might be a reference from a TV show or a popular internet video or something like that. It's very common nowadays. Finally, a question for you. When you make jokes, do you use references to TV shows or comedians? Why or why not? There are some people who do it all the time and then some people who don't like to do it at all. How about you? I recommend recording your answer on your phone or your computer, and that way you can listen to your own answer later and practice saying it again. If you have more English questions, leave a comment and I will help. Also, if you want to learn more about personal English coaching with me, visit the website you see down below and you can take a totally free natural English assessment. All right, thanks for watching and I'll see you next week.